Let's do a Veda day 2. And I was thinking about friendship. It's been on my mind an awful lot. And some people wrote about their friendship, about how it adds to your life. Look at these sleeping ducks in the sun. And so I thought I would share a good friendship moment, a fantastic friendship moment. Oh, they're going to let me walk right by them. So a long time ago, I had a really good friend. He was Greek. His name was Nikos. I called him Nico. You drop the os. And he was going to go back to Greece for, he and his wife were going to go back to Greece for his sister's wedding. And jokingly, I believe, he said, you want to go? And I was eating my lunch and I thought about it a little bit. I said, yeah, I do want to go actually. And so he did about a week of, are you serious? And finally talked to his parents and asked if there was going to be room, if that would be too inconvenient. And I couldn't get the time off for a little revisiting the work thing. I had to quit my job to go. And then they hired me right back. I'm like, what was the point of that? So I go to Greece with my friend Nikos and Becky. And some more people went too. And stayed with his family. It was supposed to be for, if I remember right, a couple weeks. But while I was there, I got sick. I got sick twice. I got a doctor's house call. That was cool. And I got to go out, meet all his friends, because they were all excited to have him back. And I went along with him on all his friends' visits and touching base. And I was really excited about learning Greek, learning the language, about exploring this culture. And at first there was some almost kind of shocking culture shock, shocking culture shock. And then, but then when I got the hang of it, and I stopped thinking of it as different and just maybe something, a way of behavior that I could adopt, I started feeling more Greek. And I think that like imagine something about you or one of your hobbies, and you expose it to somebody else, and that person catches on fire because of it. They're just consumed with joy because of this thing that you've turned them on to. Well, I was like that in Greece. I was hanging on everyone's word. I wanted to know everything about everybody. I wanted to party. I didn't want to sleep. That's probably why I got sick. I wanted to go see everything. I wanted to talk to people in their own language as much as possible. And I think I got about, I don't know, maybe like 18, 20 words that I knew well, and then a smattering of other words that would kind of drift in and out. And but I had that combination of like 18 or so words. I could make that do anything. I could talk about anything using those 18 words. And so when it came time for me to go, I was going to take a bike trip to Ireland. When I got sick again, and I was gathering my stuff, and Nikos's parents talked to him and said, let Earl know that we don't want him to leave. We want him to stay at least a week until he's better. And so Nikos came and talked to me about it, and there was like this moment of I don't know about staying with your parents. There's already been a whole lot of stuff going on in their life. Daughters getting married. There've been people staying in their house for a long time. creating a lot of upset in their life, and so it didn't sound right to me. But I was pretty sick too. But they they're Greek, man. If they tell you they're going to offer you some hospitality, you're getting that hospitality. And so I stayed, and it was wonderful. The amount of English, since there wasn't a lot of Greek English speakers around, the level of English dropped at the house, which forced me to work harder with my 18 words. Here's that underground bunker that I like. Waking up in the morning and having dinner. Oh, it's windy. Having dinner with the family, and having breakfast with the family, and having dinner. Everything about the family. I felt, because I was sick, especially, I couldn't go anywhere. I could go a little bit of places, but mostly, man, I was right there in their lap the entire time. And so I get to feeling better, and it's the end of the week. I feel a little wobbly, but I assure the guys, what I really need to do is start exercising, and I'll get to a nice place to camp, and I'll just set up tent and enjoy myself out in the sunshine. And they were a little worried that I might be attacked by bandits, as parents do, acting like my parents. And so on the day it came, I'm coming to the part. On the day it came time for me to leave, the phone rang, and Nikos' mother came to me and said, "The phone's for you." And I thought that maybe I was getting a phone call from the States, but it was one of Nikos' friends, and he says, "Hey, I was really," and some of them have, they're not as practiced with English, so some of them had trouble expressing, not much trouble, about as much trouble as I had expressing what I wanted for breakfast the next day. They're like, "Oh, it was wonderful to meet you, and I wanted to make sure you had my phone number, and I wanted to make sure that you knew that anytime you come back to Greece, if you want to stay at my place, you're welcome to do so. And if you come back at a certain time of year, I will take you up to my parents' house in the mountains, and I will go mountain climbing with you." I'm like, "Whoa, thanks, man. It was really a pleasure to meet you too." And I hung up the phone. Minutes later, the phone rang again. Whoa, it was for me. Everyone I had met called me, and they all offered essentially the same thing. They told me how much they enjoyed my company. They told me anytime I came back, I should stay with them. And then they offered an idea. They didn't just say, "Oh yeah, next time you're here." They're like, "Next time you're here, I hope you come for festival. And we will go to the ocean together, and you will stay up for 2 days. And at the end of the 2 days, you will be violently ill and fall asleep for a week." Throwing up calamari. And all this, at the top of their lungs. And though I couldn't see them, I'm sure they're swinging their arms around too. And as the phone kept ringing, I swear, I was almost bursting. It was almost more emotion than I could stomach. It was like an ever-escalating pleasure that I didn't see that my heart and my soul could contain it. It was almost got to a point where some of that feeling I was just going to have to remember later and absorb it and figure out what I was feeling, because it was such a rich feeling of love and friendship and acceptance, and indescribable. You can hear me try to ineffable. It's ephemeral. It defies my ability to express it, other than you get an idea of how affected I was by my inability to express it. So there you go, Veda, day 2, excellent moment in friendship. All right, see you every day.